Tucson is a gorgeous place.
We get to see mountains everywhere you look.
It's a relatively lush desert. There's a lot of green here. There's a lot of plants and medicines.
Saguaros, ocotillos, hummingbirds, beautiful hawks flying over us. And let's not forget about the sunlight, over 300 days of sun. It's a beautiful place to live, and I think to also raise a family, This South Side is a community that has a lot of pride, but has been hurt. All of the manufacturing and industry is down here on this side. In terms of air and like breathing fresh quality air, we're at the bottom. You got a couple things going on here. If you understand like pollution in cities, right? You have a utility company, you also have the I-10 freeway. The I-10 freeway, this is a huge corridor. I mean, if you think about all the diesel emission along with the utility plant here, you can only imagine what the air quality is like in this area. It's horrible. My kid has a respiratory condition, and I know that there are tons of other kids in these neighborhoods that have breathing and respiratory issues. Is it related to their environment? Of course it is. I ask myself every day, I'm like, damn, is this the best neighborhood to be living in? Growing up in the city, and kind of think that it's somebody else's job to worry about the environment. But today, with like climate change being in your face, you can't ignore it.
I wish I could say that there's no pollution. Yay, solar panels. The truth of the matter is that it's a work in progress. Tucson Electric Power, they burned coal for years and years and years. So there's whole parts of town that are like, the mercury levels are like, whew. And the south side of Tucson was declared a Superfund site. Essentially a very dangerous place to be for biological life. The people that have the least and have the least capacity to affect climate change need it the most. Honestly, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's my end game, is I want to bring this technology to the people, to my communities.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I got into solar not because I was fascinated by the technology, but because I was fascinated by the outcome. I have pulled wire 9 months pregnant on Christmas Day, if you must know. I loved the impact on people's lives. One of the things we see is that, especially some of the younger people that apply with us, they're really excited about renewables. They see a pathway forward in their life with renewable energy, and they see it as a positive work for their future.
There are a lot of younger generations. I'm 27 years old, and I've been doing it since about 22, and I've seen guys on jobs as early as 18.
As opposed to like a school to prison pipeline, I would like to have like school to solar pipelines, school to sustainable technology pipelines. I almost have an expectation that TFS creates a partnership with, say, like Changemaker.
At Changemaker High School, we're pushing our students to become innovators and solution seekers and problem solvers. One of the 5 C's that Alex is going to be introducing is clean air and clean water for all Arizonans.
When I think of Oscar Medina, I think of an educator. I think of a leader, someone who is a vanguard for our community. And by that, I'm referring to somebody who's willing to take up the fight and really promote enhancing the world around us as opposed to being destructive.
We tell our students that they need to be ready for the future. And we know that climate change is here, it's not going away. And we just need to build communities that are more resilient.
For me and my family, when we made the decision to purchase a home, it was really in light of having space for my growing family. Now that I have 2 children, I'm able to really reconcile the fact that yes, we're growing in our household, we're also growing in what we're using, right? And so to be more mindful of the way that we're consuming is something that was very natural to me.
You see a lot of people trending towards solar on rooftops. I think the relationship between solar and wind is really good, and most of the time they're paralleled together. If I go to a wind turbine installation site now for a homeowner, we'll tend to see solar set up as well.
more has to be done to bring this technology to the people that need it most. The extremes are getting worse. What was the hottest day last year? Like 128 or something? Where before, like 105 was kind of like the top.
If the Earth is dishing out more due to climate change, then the alternatives are there to pick that up. You have a piece of equipment that you install. Once it's installed, you're generating energy from that piece of equipment.
Our primary goal at TFS from the very beginning is to be responsive to the community's needs. We want to help them usher in a new renewable energy future and to deliver that at the highest quality that we can.
The solutions are here. I think that the technology is here. I think that Chicano, Latino families are gonna just push more and more in this direction of renewable energy. And I think that the more we become educated about these old industries that are extracting, that are burning, that are hurting our families and our children, I think that it's common sense. Let's do what's healthy, let's do what's right, and I think that we'll be able to appreciate the Sonoran Desert better.